one, I assess my preset mindsets.
That's good.
So these are things that I've already subconsciously determined. If this happens, I respond this way.
Yeah.
If this is done to me, I think this way. If I receive such, then I create this. So I got to assess my preset mindset. So as you were talking about that, you said about the mind, you thought about Romans, and you mentioned that as well. I was like, all right, what's a framework that I feel like I've referenced in transforming my mind? Like, what is something like actionable? So what I thought about is, one, I assess my preset mindsets.
That's good.
So these are things that I've already subconsciously determined. If this happens, I respond this way.
Yeah.
If this is done to me, I think this way. If I receive such, then I create this. So I got to assess my preset mindsets, whether it came from family, whether it came from history, whether it came from culture, whether it came from abandonment, hurt, pain, right? Triggers, whatever the case may be. What are my preset mindsets? So defaults. Let's assess those first. And then the second thing I assess is what I deem to be true by experience. We know what the word says, but in our day-to-day life, we go through different experiences. And so you hear people say this whole term of like, your truth is your truth, my truth is my truth. What you're really assessing is your experience. So what is my experiential fact that I've commuted to my brain? This is truth. It may not be true, but I've determined in my emotional experience, biologically, it is true. So I got to find and assess that, right? That's the second. And then the third one is, of course, okay, now how do I take what I experienced, what the cultural norms, experiential norms, and societal norms are, and then now how do I get to what the word says, finally? I assess it under the lens of the word, and it says, okay, I got somebody who talks sideways to me. I really want to knock him out.
Right. And cuss them out too.
And because I used to get picked on as a child, right? So you dealt with, right, bullying. So now you go into that self-preservation mode. You want to protect your emotions and your image.
Right. That's good.
But what does the word say about responding in that moment?
Not reacting.
Right? Turn the other cheek.
Right.
Right? It also says that we should pray and love our enemies, right? Be as wise as a serpent, be as gentle as a dove, right? So that's what the word says. So now, okay, now I get to renew my mind daily so that I'm constantly telling this word what my experiences are. I'm constantly telling my experiences what this word says, and I'm telling my preset mindsets, you are now evicted. You have no more place here. You are no longer the foundation that I walk on. So that's a bit of a framework that I feel like I've kind of looked through and said, okay, how have I assessed? How am I thinking? What is normal? What is the truth? Okay, now I got to eventually get this truth inside of me, and it's that daily renewing that applies to my daily life and makes it more effective, makes it more active, makes it more alive, right? And so that's what I thought about when you said that.